Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another awesome installment of Miserable Movie Mafia. Tonight on the show, we got me, Matt, and who else we got here?
Fred.
Hello, it's Matt.
And the other Matt, Mr. Hale. He's joining us. I was wanting to get Matt Hale on this show for a while now. I can't believe he's still here. I don't believe he's actually here. I'm like dreaming it.
What do we
see tonight?
What's the name of the movie? I'm sorry, I had a very long day. I'm tired.
Spy. 3 letters.
we saw Spy, which actually, if you've listened to me on Grindcast and stuff, I've proclaimed my hatred for Melissa McCarthy.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, she's supposed to be like the female Chris Farley. I wish she would play that Chris Farley part to the T. As far as them finding her on the apartment floor.
God damn it. This movie wasn't bad though.
Yeah. Then they do the autopsy and find like a Hardee's Monster Burger lodged in her colon, full.
Oh my god! This is terrible. Okay, now that we got that obligatory thing out of the way,
gonna ruin Ghostbusters. But this movie, actually, I'll be honest, it wasn't too bad. But that's because Jason Statham stepped in and saved it.
There were a lot of really funny supporting cast in this.
I was surprised with Jude Law, too.
Yeah, Jude Law was pretty funny. The woman that ran the organization, the CIA organization, she was funny.
She was funny. Jude Law, I don't know. I thought his part was interchangeable. There's only like one movie I ever really liked him in. That's that Black Sea movie.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I've never. I liked him in Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, he's okay. But that's because Robert Downey Jr. carries that movie.
With his future vision of fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Spider Sense back in the day.
But it's,
it's sense.
But, the movie's pretty self-explanatory. If you're pissed because you're getting spoilers out of this, then you're a mindless mindless tit.
Don't listen to spoilers. Yeah. You're not a mindless tit.
Well, no, it's
we gotta play good cop, bad cop with you.
It is what it is. It's, she's clearly, a desk clerk who goes out into the field and then...
Yeah, she works in the CIA as one of the, she helps the operatives by giving them intel and all that stuff, like point to point as they're in a mission. The person that she normally works with, his name's Finn in this, played by Jude Law. He gets supposedly killed and then she... volunteers to get sent into the field, and then hilarity ensues.
Well, it follows like a pretty normal formula for Hollywood
it's pretty
movies.
basic. Yeah,
and it's it's simple, and then she's ad-libbing a whole bunch of time, making fun of people.
I think that's what sets it apart. The actors the writing and the actors, the way they portrayed those parts were really good.
Well, that's how they do her movies. That it's like, all right, here's the basic plot. Like that's how they did that stupid one with Sandra Bullock. What's that called?
I don't remember.
We were talking about that just the other day.
For some reason, I want to call it The Heat. Yeah.
The Heat.
I was like, I want to call it Hot something.
Yeah. If you look at her, I hate. Besides this one, like I said, I actually kind of liked it. It might be because I'm so tired from dealing with rodent children all day at Gettysburg. But
I'm glad we're hitting all the points of every podcast we do. We hate Melissa McCarthy. We hate children. Well, this is just Fred, but
look, if you look at her movies like. That Bridesmaid movie.
Never saw that.
It's terrible. And then The Heat with Sandra Bullock.
Well, I going into it, me and Matt had a conversation. We really thought it was going to be a lot of, fat jokes and stuff like that. Okay.
Like pretty much like all her other movies.
Yeah, like typical, like the typical fat jokes.
There were several fat jokes in there.
But it wasn't like the whole way through. Like, I was really afraid it was going to be the entire movie. Like, okay, it's a fat operative. She can't kick high. She falls over. You know what I mean? But it really didn't end up being that.
Shits her pants when she's trying to tuck and roll or something like that.
I was afraid it would be like Beverly Hills Ninjas, but with spies.
Yeah.
After this past week, I don't want to hear ninjas ever again.
Yeah.
We'll get into that at the next podcast.
Yeah, but I don't know. It was pretty funny. Jason Statham actually did a very fine job as a comedic actor.
It was fucking hilarious because everything he said that he accomplished was like he never would have done it.
And
it's impossible.
He does the exact opposite of what you thought. He plays a klutz in the movie, like a lying klutz, which was actually kind of funny. which I actually enjoyed.
Yeah, he played this movie's Beowulf. It was great.
Yeah. So
he's like this left arm got ripped off, and I sewed it back on with this arm. And like, that's medically impossible.
yeah. And I mean, she did have a funny line in the movie when she like told him, unless you're such a hot shit that you have a.
But yeah, I see your extra set of balls out of the back pocket of your jeans, and I see your second dick coming off your hip.
There's something remember when comedies like back in like the early '90s or the '90s and '80s, like you look at like Vacation and you look at Animal House and stuff, they always showed like boobs. It now seems to be the new trendy thing, instead of boobs in comedy, to just show dicks. And it's kind of...
I don't know. I laughed my ass off on that.
Well, I mean, that dick was...
I didn't see it coming, though. She's just cycling through pictures she took of, like, the job she was doing, and it's just like that one guy just has, like, a dick pic, like, right there.
And it's like... I mean, it's almost as if, like, let's see where we can stick a dick in this movie. We got to get several dicks in here.
Which, that's the other thing I thought was funny... Because you normally, whenever you go out to see a movie, I notice you kind of people spot at the same time.
Oh, and I've got a couple people spotting stories we'll get into.
But this was the first time I people spotted, and I'm like looking around, I'm like, so how did all these 14-year-old kids get into this rated R movie?
Would that be like the 14-year-olds you had to kick out of your reserve seats?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I had to kick they sit there and they make it very, like, when you buy the tickets...
At Frank's, you have to pick your seat, yeah.
And they, like, lecture you in the beginning, like, pick your seats. And they show you, like, a big screen, you have to sit in your seat.
Even the ticket guy said, these are reserved seats. Yeah, like, here you go.
So pick your seat, go to the left.
Well, I mean, there's, like, a couple there that look like they're out of, like, Fast and Furious 5 or something like that sitting there. But there's, like, flat-brimmed hat. We still got the stickers on it, because I guess that means it's fresh, quote-unquote. But he's sitting there... I'm like, excuse me, sir.
You should be a detective with the amount of details you pick out.
I was like, can I help you guys? Because I come into the theater and there's someone in my seats. I'm like, can I help you guys? I'm sorry, are you supposed to be sitting here? Yes. I said, yeah. I said, your ticket or your seat number is on your ticket. Do you have your tickets? They clearly didn't have tickets. They probably snuck in.
Probably, yeah.
And they go, okay, we're just going to move to these seats down here. Now, I knew Matt was going to be sitting at the seats below me.
Yeah.
So I go to him, I say, I think somebody is sitting there. And they don't take the hint. No, we're just going to sit here, guy. And they sit down. Sure enough, Matt comes in. What are you doing in my seat?
I have, like, my hands up in the air, like, what the hell are you doing? Like, oh, do you sit here? Yes, very so. You should probably get the hell out of my seats.
Yeah. And also, I'm sorry, when you go to a movie theater... and you're ordering chicken fingers and pizza, all right? Who the hell orders chicken fingers and pizza?
If you listen back to the old episodes, Matt, this is how it always goes. We talk about the movie for like 2 minutes, and he starts bitching about everybody that was in the theater.
There's this whale-ass woman who's got a blue hair. She's got blue extensions, all right? And she damn near pie-faced me. I'm just trying to get a large cherry Coke.
She's like, pie facing to me. What is
she almost just
like palms your face,
yeah,
like a basketball.
Yeah, like a Tongan death grip. She like pushes me out of the way. Dan there runs me over. He's like, I need a cheese pizza. And the guy's like, oh shit, I gotta throw another one of these Emilio pizzas in the microwave in the back.
Emilio's. Probably is just a rectangle pizza.
Do you see any cooking equipment there? I don't.
No, it's very true.
Yeah, they got a microwave in a back janitor's closet that they shove this shit in, punch it on super high. You're eating fucking Walmart store brand chicken nuggets that have been sitting in the fucking, not even in a freezer. They've been sitting back next to the mop bucket they use to clean the urine stained floors in the men's room. That's
isn't it?
This is how it is.
You know what though? That might be an accurate portrayal of most movie theaters in America.
Yeah,
yeah.
They're certainly not a holy place to go watch a movie.
Well, it's like that episode of Seinfeld where they had the hot dog there. Did you ever see like where they go into the old movie theater in Seinfeld and they have that hot dog that's
been there for like 20 years?
Oh, yeah. And the guy's like, what's his name? Whatever his name is, the one crazy guy, Lloyd or whatever. Like George Costanza's mom. It's a huge thing. But he thought he was like, he just got out of a mental institution, and he orders the hot dog that's on the roller, and they're trying not to call him crazy because he just got out of the mental institution. They don't want to offend him, and he's like, "I'll take that hot dog," and the guy's like working behind the counter. He's like, "That thing's been here for the last 20 years. Are you crazy?" And Kramer's like, "He's not crazy. That's a perfectly normal hot dog. He eats the hot dog." But it's, God damn it. I mean, who goes there? I mean, I don't get it. There's three things you get at a movie theater. You get a soda, you can get a bag of candy of some sort, because it's not, it's in a case. It's not sitting out like in the
Junior Mints?
Yeah.
Like something simple?
Yeah.
Chocolatey and refreshing.
And of course you get popcorn. What's this whole new thing where who wants mozzarella sticks at the movie theater? Who wants pretzel bites with nacho cheese? Where do you think they're making all? There's no kitchen equipment back there. You could see, like...
Maybe they make it in the popcorn machine. I mean, that's about all it is.
Throw the nuggets up in the heater bin in the popcorn
I was going to say,
machine.
it's just a heavy light that really pushes down the watts.
Yeah, and these people, I mean, they're lining up. They're like, "Oh God, I can't wait to get my salt pretzel bites with jalapeno nacho cheese."
We were actually waiting at the end of the line. We were praying for your well-being. We saw what you had to stand with.
Yeah, we walked out to get our tickets taken. I'm like, is he seriously standing in this line to get soda right now?
Yeah.
I'm like, this is ridiculous.
I like to have my soda in the movie. I gotta have my soda.
Yes, you do.
I like to have my soda and drink it there, and sometimes I like to get some candy. But it's absolutely appalling to look at these crowds going into these theaters. It's starting to really rival Walmart. It really is. It really is.
Oh God.
Blue hair extensions. What? At what point do you sit there and go, you know what? I think I'd look great with some aqua blue hair extensions.
Maybe in high school I thought that.
Well, I mean...
Not extensions, though.
Yeah. I'm going to take my hair and get some aqua blue hair extensions and head to the movie theater and get myself a cheese pizza. How do you eat a cheese pizza sitting there in your lap in the movie theater without getting it all over yourself?
Just seeing your face, you're just like filled with wonderment right now. You're like, I don't even know where to go.
You're sitting in the dark with this messy cheese pizza on your lap. How do you not get it all over your face and in your hair? And like, I would have, there'd be pizza crust lodged like behind my ear. There'd be tomato.
I think a lot of the people, when they go to the theater, don't go to the theater to watch the movie. I mean, we're sitting there, you'd be amazed about the amount of people when you sit back and you're trying to watch a movie and people are up, down, moving around, running down the stairs, never ever to come back.
Yeah, that one person passed us like 5-6 times.
No, Matt thought she was shit, like she had a case of the run. She was like, that's like she's about to shit her pants. I'm like, I go, and I look, there's some teenage girl running like there's no tomorrow out of the movie theater.
She never did come back. I've never seen her come back.
So, I don't know. It's getting...
Well, there you go. There's your live report from the movie theater.
It's except I will say this: that theater in Gettysburg, very nice.
I did like that theater.
Yeah.
Yes, we did get our Avengers cups there.
Yeah, and they have cups right there.
Yeah, right there it is. Yeah,
They have-
Avengers cup.
You know, for the new movie premiere, they have like a cup for it.
I hope there's a T-Rex cup for Jurassic World.
Yeah, there's like 5 people in the theater. That's it.
I hope the straw comes out of the T-Rex's ass.
Yeah.
That's where you're drinking from.
But yeah,
All right. Well, so back to the movie.
it's
The reason we do this show.
yeah.
Well, I think, to be honest, after watching that movie, like, if you had like a date or something like that, I don't know, if 3 men crowding in but it was like maybe the best picture, like, people were
like,
watching us.
They're all here for the dong shot.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, taking someone to go see that, I think it was worth, what, $8, $9? I think, it was pretty good.
I'd say go see it.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, for all the hatred I have towards Melissa McCarthy, you've heard me rant about her being in the all-female cast of Ghostbusters, or the 3 females in Balrog from Street Fighter cast of Ghostbusters.
Yeah, and I would also say that the trailer for this was, like, much cleaner than the actual movie is itself.
Oh, yeah, all of her movies are rated R.
Yeah, because a lot of, like, all of the jokes that are in the trailer, they cut out 100% of all the vulgarity from it. Because it's like, I think they dropped the F-bomb like 1,000,000 times in this movie, like...
Well, it wasn't like Goodfellas F-bomb or Casino F-bomb where it's
No,
Joe Pesci every
like,
5 seconds.
It was in, like, jokes that I didn't even think needed the word fuck in them, but it was just there anyway, and it was like, still, it was like how I felt like when I went and saw Scary Movie for the first time.
Yeah.
Because, like, when you saw the preview, like, the trailers and stuff for Scary Movie, you're like, oh, it's just gonna be this silly, like, slapstick, almost like Naked Gun type movie. And you go in there and there's fucking dicks going in people's ears and comes shooting by the gallons up into the ceiling.
That is actually one of the funniest scenes I ever thought in the movie was that scene they tried to copy the clown scene from Poltergeist, where the clown tries to drag
you're talking about the second movie, yeah.
The clown tries to drag the gay guy under the bed.
He's like, now it's my turn.
Yeah. He's like, hey, he's like, hey, get your finger out of there.
He's like, hey, come here. Wait. Hey, what are you doing? Get your finger out of there.
That was, but yeah, I mean, all of her movies are vulgar.
I just think that's very homoerotic. I mean,
it's just like, I'm never coming back on the show ever again. This was Matt's one and only.
I'm just taking it all in. Taking it in.
I can see.
All of her movies, if you, like, The Heat was rated R, she drops the F-bomb a lot, and she's pretty vulgar.
Yeah.
I just don't think she's...
I thought it was going to be like Hot Pursuit when we went into this. Like, I thought it was going to be like this comedy that just not made me laugh at all. I laughed a lot. I thought
a lot of random moments too.
Yeah,
where it's like, where did that come
random
from?
off the wall comedy, and that's exactly what I love in a comedy.
I will say this, I don't know if this was meant to be because it was a comedy, but the scenes with the stunt double, you can clearly tell they're a stunt double because they're so badly shot. It's kind of like one of those straight to DVD Steven Seagal movies where, like, Steven Seagal goes to do a roundhouse. And they cut to the stunt double, and you could see, like, the stunt double's blonde hair sticking out from behind, like a
black wig, ponytail wig. It's kind of like in Face Off when the boat explodes, and you can clearly see it's not John Travolta or Nicolas Cage flying from the explosion.
They weren't even on the set that day.
Yeah. They're like, hey, we finished your scenes. You can just you're done.
Yeah.
We don't need you for the rest of this movie.
Hey, John Woo was happy with that, you know?
Throw some fucking dubs in there.
Yeah, he just wants the dubs in the movie. That's it. Just give him the dubs.
So, on that topic, knowing that the director that wrote and directed this and some of the key players that were in this movie are going to be in Ghostbusters, do you think that gives you more hope for the Ghostbusters film?
No, that shouldn't be done. Ghostbusters 1 and Ghostbusters 2 are perfectly fine. I understand Harold Ramis died. Leave them alone. They're classics. I hate this whole remake, reboot bullshit.
But it's going to happen. So I guess what he's trying to say is, does it still, like, would it give you any hope for it at least being decent?
No.
No? Okay.
No. What are they going to do? Make Ghostbusters a strong rated R? No. Ghostbusters is something they're gonna force. They're gonna force her. She's a pretty vulgar comic. They're gonna force her to go with the PG-13 rating. She's not gonna be able to do it because she can't drop the F-bomb.
If they make it R and they have like Bill Murray sending dick pics to people, that'd be hilarious.
But you know that's not gonna happen. It's gonna be like a PG-13 rating.
No, well, yeah, because you can't make a rated R Ghostbusters.
Because they're going to go...
But Bill Murray could in real life teabag the guy that's directing.
Yeah, he could. He could really do that.
But they're going to go PG-13, so she's not going to know what to do because she can't do a movie. Look at her body of work. She's been...
That's true, yeah.
All her movies have been rated R. So they're going to take that F-bomb away from her. The other two comics in it, Christina Wigg and I don't know who the other one is, they're not funny whatsoever.
Right.
So,
they're really good at making faces. That's about it.
Yeah. I have seen...
I'm good at faces.
The one that the female they have that's going to be playing the Winston Zedmore part, the black comedian, she's actually kind of funny. She's actually one of the few funny people on Saturday Night Live. She's the one I think looks like Balrog from Street Fighter. But she might be able to make it. She might be able to do like one or two funny lines. It's something this doesn't need to be done.
Right.
Leave it alone.
But, all right, let's just say, but, I mean, you feel that the guy that wrote this and directed it again, I mean, writing-wise, he seems pretty strong. I've seen a couple of his other films, and they're not horrible.
Are you aware that he's a creator of Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Well,
that was Emmy Award-winning television.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there.
Back when I was a tweed.
Just putting it out there. Or he was a major part. He might not be the sole creator, but he was a major part of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
I mean, that was a part of many of my younger dreams. Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Well, prior to that, Clarissa explains it all.
Yeah. But
She just didn't have a talking cat. It's the only difference.
So, yeah, he doesn't strike my... This one was okay. I think Jason Statham pulled it out. She had, like, I'll be the first to admit, she had some funny lines in the movie. She made me laugh a couple times.
All right, so would you say go see it?
I mean, if you've got, like, a date, and, you know, your girlfriend wants to go see it, then, yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you, before seeing it, if I had a girlfriend and she said, like, we're going to see Spy, I would probably end the relationship right then and there and do everything I could to get out of... Tell her I'm going out to get a pack of smokes and never come back. You'd find me. But after seeing the movie, I mean, it's a good... I don't... Yes, I'd
this
probably
is like tearing you apart inside.
It is. I'm very conflicted right now. I'm also exhausted. Like I said, rough day. But, I mean, yeah, I came into this movie in a very sour mood. I was extremely salty after the day I had, and it actually wasn't that bad.
Okay. Well, what would you grade it? What would you give it?
I'm gonna give it a 6.0.
6.0? What do you think about it, Matt?
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it. I would say in that ballpark, 7, 8.
7, 8? Yeah, I think I give it a 7. 7 out of 10.
Well, you know me, I'm very strict.
I know.
With my grades. I don't give a 7 out for just about anyone except for Mel
I think I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Because I found a lot of it to be funny. And Jason Statham was in it, and I fucking love him.
Yeah, he's
great.
I thought he was making some questionable... Because I've seen the last 2 or 3 movies I've seen with him, he did 2 straight-to-DVD movies. One of them was called, like, Wild Card, which was really bad. And then he was in Furious 7, which was... excuse me, it was god-awful.
I think it was one of the best parts of Furious 7, though.
Well, he barely spoke.
He doesn't need to speak.
Yes, he does when the person's speaking all the time is Vin Diesel. I'd try to be giving out speaking roles to anyone and everyone besides take lines out of his mouth.
Well, no, take that back. You don't want Tyrese speaking more in that movie than he needed to.
He actually is like, somewhat good.
Get the fuck out of here. Oh my god.
But it's Vin Diesel every 5
seconds. He's having a pissing contest.
He's the worst actor in that whole
Fast and the Furious movie.
God.
Well, he's not worse than Ludacris, and Vin Diesel's the absolute worst. He's like, oh, we're family. Every 5 seconds, just, we're a family. We're a family. God. We're a family. God. Fucking.
Okay, well, there you go, guys. There's our review of Spy.
Is it sick that, like, if they announced that, Vin Diesel had a brain tumor the size of a cantaloupe, I'd probably be like, oh, happy day. Like, no more Furious 7 movies. No more Furious movies. I hope it's cancerous. I hope it's not benign. Like, no more 7 movies at all. Or then they'd probably make the Furious, or they'd probably make the Furious
everybody,
movies.
Thanks for joining us.
They'd probably make the Furious movies, but he's got a huge, like, cantaloupe-sized tumor coming out of his head. I would probably say they go up in grade if that happened. That's just
your personal opinion? Yeah. That's fantastic.
All the cars have to be drop tops because of his huge tumor emerging from his head.
All right, well, if you like that, everybody, you can find all our other episodes on iTunes, blueberry.com, grindcast.libsyn.com. I also stream everything on my blog, grindedword.com, Facebook page, The Grinded Word, and it also gets up on YouTube. The channel is The Grinded Word on YouTube. That's,
yes.
I think that's everywhere you can get us.
Yep. Miserable Movie Mafia.wordpress.com.
Fred will write a text version of all his ramblings.
Yeah. Which I think I did one of my best where I bitched about the zombie 5K runs where they have. If you're attending one of those, you're an asshole.
I have friends that do those every year.
They're assholes. Who shows up to a thing where you have zombies chase you around? I hope zombies are like pogs. It's a fad that just goes.
It's been going strong for more than a decade now.
It just who shows up? That's what our founding fathers had in mind when they created freedom. They said, let's create this freedom thing so we can get a bunch of
the idea of freedom is that you can do what you want to do?
I guess, but I don't think running around in the woods with a bunch of people with zombie makeup on was.
So what would you have? All right, fine. We're going to go. Just hold on a sec. You have a problem with zombie zombie marathon runs are just terrible.
Yes.
So are you still love like around Halloween time where they have Jason's Woods and shit like that?
Well,
it's
yeah, I mean,
essentially the same thing, except you're running and it's for charities.
They're for charities. That makes it even worse. The fact that
Oh my god!
I'm so sick and tired of all this. Look, there's only 3 charities that matter in this world. All right, Wounded Warrior Foundation, Civil War Trust, because they preserve grade A battlefields all across this great nation of ours, and so there's another military one that slips my mind. Those are the only charities that matter. Only charities we need out there. I pay taxes. We don't need charities. From what I understand, all my taxes are going to support people anyway.
Oh my god. Okay, well that's it for this episode. It might be the last, I'm not sure. My house is going to get bombed now.
Oh, please. I mean, what other charities matter out there? Oh, the SPCA is another charity I like. The SPCA is a very good charity.
The Children's Hospital or Make-A-Wish Foundation or, things that actually help dying people.
I thought he was going to say survival of the fittest there for a second.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what do you mean Make-A-Wish Foundation?
The ones that provide wishes for dying people?
Specifically children.
For specifically children that die of unfair diseases?
They're allowing that to be a weakness. They need to use that and channel it and overcome that to achieve their goals.
Well, then you're going to be really mad when I do a charity stream with our podcasts and everything.
Look.
And we're going to be chased around by zombies at the same time.
Because I'm going to be doing charity podcasts for the very selfish foundation that goes to help kids that suffer from seizures and mental disorders.
Well,
because they can just walk it off. Fuck that. They just got dealt a bad card. Just get up and brush it off.
Look, I understand, like, St. Jude's Hospital is nice. I mean, the families that are struggling to help kids. I don't want to see kids sick. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying make these little guys sick.
It just doesn't matter.
Seeing sick children does not bring me pleasure. How do we get to this from a zombie? I mean, these sick kids aren't running in zombie 5K runs.
No, they're not. They're not. That's why people are running for them, to raise money to help them.
What angers me is I watch like 60 Minutes and stuff. A lot of the money that you give to a lot of these charities doesn't actually get to the people who need it. Did you ever see that?
No, that's why I'm doing ones that are run privately.
Okay, all right. A lot of these smaller charities, like the charities I give to, like Wounded Warrior, Civil War Trust, which I actually, back when I was working with Comcast, I give a great deal of money to the Civil War Trust.
Right.
You could see the results that your money
goes to.
So.
Okay.
All right.
A little bit of an announcement at the same time.
That was the review of the movie Spy.
That was Spy.
I said that with a question mark at the end.
Yes, your answer would be yes.
Spy?
Spy? Review, baby?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't understand a zombie 5K running around the woods.
It's alright. I'm sure people will comment on your page and let you know what it's about. Well, guys, as always, thank you for listening, and we'll catch you next time.